Oh my god! Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it, boys.
Tom is no stranger to outdoor activities. He often camps with friends or his dog, but in this video, he was doing something new. His first ever solo camping trip. He got permission to camp in a large private forest. So technically, he was the only one who should have been out there. Or so he thought. He parked up, hiked into the woods, and found a perfect spot close to his car.
Now, there are a couple of reasons why this is a very special episode. Reason number one is that it's my first time ever doing a solo woodland camp. In fact, it's not just my first time ever doing a solo woodland camp, it's technically my first time ever doing a truly solo wild camp, because the only one other one that I've done was the one at the beach, and that had Archie in it. Whereas today, I combined today and tonight there, whereas today, I'm totally on my own. And when I say totally on my own, I mean it. Because this is not just a public bit of woodland near where I live. This is actually private land that I've got permission to camp on tonight. And the best place for us to go is to set up over by the car. Or close-ish to the car anyway. Just vibe with the forest, man. Let's get his tent set up.
He set up camp, cooked a meal, and even live streamed to viewers. Everything seemed calm until night fell. As he settled in, a strange, uneasy feeling came over him. Something wasn't right.
I think I'm going to head into bed. The darker it gets, the more panicky I'm going to be. But there's no reason to be. Some guys in the chat were like, "Oh, we see you, we're going to jump out and get you." I'm like, go on then. There's been a couple of deers as well. Yep, let's move.
I'm not feeling it. Fuck me. Oh god, I just saw a tree, and for a second there I thought, oh god, it looked like a creature, man. My brain recognised it as that, and then I turned away and I looked back and then it processed it. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it, boys.
He started hearing noises, strange echoes through the forest, and then noticed a tree's shadow reflecting on his car, which shook him even more. Still, he didn't want fear to ruin the challenge. He zipped up his tent, kept his torch on, and tried to stay calm. But it didn't help.
I want to chill out for a little bit. See how I feel. I need to get over it, man. I need to get over it. It's as simple as that. Persevere.
Just what I wanted. Monk Jack going crazy. I'm chilling out though. I'm glad that I caught that sort of moment of like doubt on camera. It's very hot. I'm gonna stick it out. That would be a terribly freaky noise if I didn't know what it was.
The animal calls he heard earlier kept getting louder and closer. He knew they were just animals, but it didn't make it any less terrifying when they circled near his camp.
I was drifting off to sleep when he started going. I'm bailing. Not because I'm scared. Because I just can't be bothered. I'm tired. I just want to go to bed. I want a good night's sleep. So I'm bailing. When it's not right, it's not right.
Eventually, he made the call. He packed everything up as fast as he could, hiked back to his car in the dark, and headed home. Mission aborted. Sometimes, solo camping just doesn't go to plan. And when strange noises are creeping just meters from your tent, the question is, would you stay? Christine runs the channel Nomad Unknown and has been documenting her life living out of her SUV since 2016. Full-time camping, backpacking, and exploring all sorts of terrain. And over the years, she's had her fair share of close calls. But this one left her fearing for her life.
Well, this camp feels nice and relaxing. And as much as I adored my time in the Grand Tetons, I realized that I had pushed my luck solo camping in grizzly country a little too far. And I actually had an extremely close call my last night in the Tetons with a grizzly that stood within 6 feet of me while I was unprotected. I had my laptop out, I was working, and at the time that this happened, I had actually moved the power station over to the back of my car. I had my chair set up there, and I was working on getting a video re-uploaded after the first upload had failed. I was looking down at my phone, which is also what I film with primarily, and I was trying to troubleshoot what had happened. Not gonna get into details of that. And then out of the corner of my eye, I catch movement in an area that was basically just a meadow.
Christine had set out to find a peaceful place to explore and camp, but she took a risk. She chose a location that was known grizzly bear territory, and that risk nearly turned fatal. While sitting at her camp, working on her phone, movement caught her eye. That's when she saw it. A massive grizzly bear wandering nearby.
My bear spray on me. It's on the other side of my car. Oh my God.
She immediately jumped up, shouting to alert other campers. She moved behind her car for cover, trying to keep her eyes on the bear, but then lost sight of it. When she looked through the car window, she saw it again, circling her campsite as if it was tracking her. Christine's bear spray was inside the car, but she didn't want to risk fully reaching in. knowing the bear could attack in seconds. So she ran, screaming, calling out to the other campers.
Bear! Bear in camp! Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm shaking. When I caught that movement out of the corner of my eye, I don't remember what happened, but my body moved before my brain fully processed. And then at some point out of my mouth, something like, oh my God, it's a grizzly. Because I remember I shouted grizzly so that other people would hear, because the first thing I remember is rounding the car by the tail light, because when I first saw the grizzly, it was like 10 feet away from me, but it was moving towards me, and it was probably like within 6 feet of me. And for me, I just needed to put something between us, because that was like the only defense that I could have at that moment. Like if I had stood there and grabbed the pepper spray or the bear spray and like pushed the safety off and triggered it, like I don't know that I would have had enough time to do that. For me, it felt like my instinct was just to move. And then I don't know where the bear went, because the next thing I knew, I was at the rear driver's side door, which had been open, and in there was sitting my smaller power station with my laptop on top of it. So I couldn't get in, but I was going to try to like reach across to grab the bear spray that was sitting there, but I couldn't do that without like basically diving headfirst halfway into the car. And I caught a glimpse of the grizzly at the front of my car. So it had like come around from the other side and sort of like followed me, I guess. I don't know what its intention was, obviously, but it was weird to me that it didn't just pass from the back, but now it was like on the side. So that's where the video starts.
Thankfully, there were others nearby, and they had bear spray and protection too. The bear eventually wandered off, but this close call showed just how dangerous solo camping can be. If Christine had been alone, or if the bear had decided to strike, this encounter could have ended very differently. Dan, who runs the channel Cursed Urban, went out solo camping again. This time, it wasn't just for fun or to relax. He had a specific place in mind, a forest known locally as Skinwalker Forest. And yes, it's as creepy as it sounds. Located in Illinois, this place has a dark history and a reputation for some seriously strange sightings. Everything from cryptids and shadow figures to things people believe could be actual skinwalkers. Dan's plan was to spend the night alone, record any activity, and just see what happens.
I cannot call the last time I've been on this dangerous and this out of control camping trip. Tonight, guys, we are camping on the outskirts of the Skinwalker Forest, one of the most haunted forests here in Illinois, with confirmed skinwalker activity. And wanted to come out here to where I usually camp, get this site a little bit set up kind of better, and just have a nice, relaxing, hopefully not too relaxing, night of camping. It's gonna be good. Oh, these are nasty. These are disgusting. So yeah, those of you who may be new to this channel, maybe this is the first video you've seen of mine, first of all, welcome, glad to have you here. Second of all, like I said, this property belongs to my buddy Todd. He is a viewer, actually turned friend, and he offered this property to me to come out here and investigate it a little over a year ago now, and we became pretty good friends. And he's like, hey, if you ever want to, you know, you're welcome to come out here anytime. You don't need my permission. Like, you have my permission. Just come on out, investigate, let me know what you find. He himself has experienced a lot of weird stuff happening on his property.
He set up his tent in a clearing, got the fire going, and as the sun disappeared, things started to feel off. He had brought a few devices with him, including a spirit talker, and within minutes of using it, the name Helen came through. She apparently died in the area, and the device kept picking up strange words, almost like a warning.
If you're here with me, could you give me a sign? Maybe,
My name is Helen.
My name is Helen. Maybe move something if you want. Maybe move something in the fire, or if it's too hot, maybe move a tree branch or move a stick or something. Could you do that for me?
Daughter.
Daughter. Did I just hear that? Dude, did you guys just hear that?
Hello, why are you here?
I just heard like a howl from over there, but it was like, it was too deep to be a coyote. That was not a coyote. It was way too deep to be a coyote. What was that? Dude, that makes me wonder what's out here, because like I said, Todd swears he spotted a dog man on his property before. And then we hear that. That's creepy. That is creepy, dude. That is really, really creepy. It's asked, hello, why are you here? Hello, I am here just to learn about this land. My name is Dan. I've been here many times before. I don't mean to bother you.
Who's talking?
Who's talking? My name is Dan. I don't mean to bother you or take anything from you or anything. All I want to know is more about this area. That's it. Just want to know your story if you'd like to share it with me.
The weird part? Dan asked for a sign that she was there, and almost immediately, something moved in the woods nearby, loud enough to make him jump. He then pulled out another spirit box, just to see if anything else would come through. And that's when things got really strange.
All right. We got. We're gonna start up some necrometer, whatever you want to call it. The jury's still out on that, on what it's actually called. We have people fighting in the comments about it. Got a necrometer on. Let's see if we get anything here. Are you still with me? The one who I heard whispering, are you still here?
Abandoned places.
Abandoned places.
Daniel.
Okay. It just said my name. It just said my full name. It just said Daniel. They literally just said my name, Daniel. That's creepy.
Through all the static and noise, a voice came through clear as day and said his full name. Dan froze. That had never happened before. Not once in all the years he's been doing these investigations. It wasn't just creepy. It felt personal, like something out there knew exactly who he was. He tried to carry on for a bit longer, but the atmosphere had completely shifted. The woods suddenly felt heavier, like something was watching him.
Can you share with me what your name is? Or what you're doing out here? Alright guys, so yeah, I'm chilling. After it said my name, nothing, nada, zero more responses after that. Yeah, I don't really know what to think of that. It's just kind of been like, that's it. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, honestly. I heard a whisper, dude. I heard that howling. It started out to like a really good night, a really promising good night. And then it said my name, and that was like it. Done. Like, no more. So, I don't know, nothing I can do, you know. Can't make something happen, but I don't know. I chill out by the fire for a bit, and probably go to bed here a little while.
Eventually, he decided to get some sleep. But in the middle of the night, he woke up to something shining through the walls of his tent. A flashlight. Then he heard footsteps, slowly moving around the outside.
Hey Todd, do you happen to be outside out by my tent right now?
No man, I'm just sitting at home.
Alright, well I was just sleeping and somebody just walked up with a flashlight. I don't know where they are. They just walked up with a flashlight.
It's weird. Maybe it might be like a lost hiker or something, you know. Property is connected out to those woods up there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't hear them anymore.
Okay, good. Well, if they show up, just give me a call.
Yo, dude, dude, somebody's out there. Somebody's out there.
Oh, shit. Okay, alright. Just hang tight. I'm on my way.
They're doing something to the tent. Hey! Dude, yeah, get out. Dude, get out here. Go. Dude.
I'm on my way
Alright,
now.
alright, thanks.
He thought it might be his friend Todd messing with him, so he called him. But Todd was at home. Dan grabbed his light and stepped out, expecting to catch someone there. But there was no one. Instead, he found something way more disturbing.
Oh, what the what is that smell, dude? Hello? Who's out here? Dude, there's 100. Show yourself now. Holy sh! Yo, you gotta be kidding me. Dude. Whoever this is. What the? Dude, they just sprayed my entire tent down with lighter fluid. And I'm covered in it now. Look at that. They literally sprayed the entire tent down with lighter fluid. And that, dude, they were gonna light it up. Yo, dude, they were going to light the tent on fire. And I like scared them away. Or I don't know.
There was a bottle of lighter fluid just sitting by the tent. Next to it was a stick, freshly burnt at the end. And the smell? It stank like something had been recently on fire, or like chemicals. Dan was completely freaked out. Whoever, or whatever, had been there, they'd been close, and they might have had bad intentions. Todd ended up driving out to meet him later that night, but by the time he got there, the place was dead quiet. Who left the lighter fluid? Who was walking around with a flashlight? And how did the spirit box know Dan's full name? Whatever's going on in that forest, it's not something I'd ever want to go looking for. Peter Novotny and his wife Eva run Beast Runners, a trail running organization in Taiwan. But outside of their races, they've become known for saving the lives of hikers lost in the dangerous mountain ranges. In this video, Peter took on a heartbreaking mission to search for a hiker who'd been reported missing in the Guguan Mountains. CCTV showed the man entering the forest, but never coming out. Peter grabbed his map, studied the terrain, and headed out. The mountains were brutal, steep, slippery, and dangerous even for someone as experienced as him. He followed the creek, thinking the hiker may have gone that way in search of water. Hours passed. Then he reached a beautiful area by a waterfall, surrounded by butterflies. It seemed peaceful. But as he looked around, that's when he saw it. missing hiker, floating in the water. Even though Peter had encountered this before, it never got easier. It was a haunting, emotional moment. He secured the body to the shoreline and lit a fire to signal for a rescue helicopter. The next day, the body was recovered by the search and rescue team. This story serves as a tragic reminder. No matter how prepared you are, nature can be unforgiving. And one wrong step in the wilderness can cost you your life. Fuzzy Dog Productions is a YouTube channel run by a couple who document their life traveling in their camper, sharing all the highs and lows of life on the road. After a long drive, they arrived in Cape Cod, planning to spend the night at a quiet campsite.
All right, so we made it to Saltwater Campground over there?
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater Campground in the Cape in Brewster, Mass. It's dark here, so this is going to be interesting. I mean, we rolled out about 7:05, and it's now almost 10 o'clock, and we're going to go try to find our campsite. All right, coming in here was no joke. The roads were really narrow. The signage is pretty poor, especially at night. I mean, that's kind of our choice, though. I mean, we found it, but we had to do this huge loop through the C section where we were supposed to be in the A section, and the A section was just honestly a quick left that we missed. So user error, as always. I mean, what are you gonna do? But we're here, we made it. Started a fire, gonna chill out.
Everything felt routine. They sat by the fire, relaxed, and headed to bed like they always do. But by morning, they realized something was off. Someone had broken into the back of their camper, where they store their alcohol and supplies, and went through their things.
You might have taken more, I don't know.
Wow.
That's crazy. We got robbed.
Why didn't you take the Annie's mac and cheese?
Is this the Drambuie thing? I bet it is, right? Morning. We had a guy walk through here probably about 5 in the morning. The dog was starting to bark. We don't know how long he was here, and he stole all our booze. Literally went through the back of Luna, took the Drambuie for the recommended drink, and just kept walking. Wow, lesson learned. Not only did he take our good stuff, he left us shitty stuff. We're definitely a little shocked that this guy went through all of our stuff. This lady here, Mrs. Fuzzy Dog, she's just pissed. Rightfully so. It's just weird.
What's even more unsettling is, just hours before, they remembered someone walking past their camper at 5 a.m., which had caused their dogs to go crazy. But it gets even weirder. Whoever broke in stole all their alcohol, but left behind a nearly empty bottle of their own, putting it right back where the rest had been. It raised a lot of red flags. Was the bottle spiked? Did the person want them to drink from it? Or was it some kind of twisted message? They'll never know for sure, but it was a chilling reminder of how vulnerable life on the road can be, even in places that feel safe. Tristan from SUV RVing spends his spare time camping out in the deserts and mountains. He's used to being out in the wild. But on this one trip, nature reminded him who's really in charge. He had camped overnight in the mountains, and the next day packed up and continued further into the area in search of another campsite. He drove through small towns and scenic areas, soaking in the views, not knowing what was about to unfold. Eventually, he reached a quiet lake, and that's when he saw it.
Pretty interesting place. Okay, let's hop back across the border. I'm not gonna film the border crossing as per usual, but I'll let you know how it went once I'm on the other side. Guys, I decided to stop at the bear observation site here, and there's a grizzly. I stopped to go to the bathroom and try to throw some trash out. There's a freaking bear right there.
A massive grizzly bear walking through the water, catching fish without a care in the world. Tristan realized he'd wandered into a known bear spotting area. He kept his distance and watched the bear from afar. But at one point, he lost sight of it. And when it reappeared, it was walking right under the bridge he was standing on.
I can't see him. He's up against the bank over here somewhere. It's a little bit disconcerting to not be able to figure out where a grizzly bear is. Oh, he's walking. I just caught a glimpse of him. Oh, hello. Holy cow.
He stayed frozen, watching the bear for 2 hours before safely heading back to set up camp. It was a peaceful encounter, but one that reminded him, and everyone watching, that anything can happen out there. And when it comes to wildlife, one wrong move can change everything. So, what do you think? Are you brave enough to enter the woods again after watching this video? Which encounter gave you chills? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. As always, stay safe out there. You never know what might be waiting just beyond the trees.